Welcome back to Indian Trace. And it might not seem like I was cut off last time because the last video when I reviewed it seemed like it was pretty complete, but it wasn't. I was really cut off. The comments that I needed to make about the channel I was doing a shout out for with political interest called Nationalist, and I think that's actually her name, weren't complete. Now, of course, I got the shout outs for Ridge Walker Brian, which is a definite. But I got interrupted when I was trying to make another video when I wanted to just sit down and have a box talk. And I mean, look at the serrations on this bin. It's full of great serrated pieces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through things, and from time to time, when I see something that just catches my eye, and there's so many favorites in here, I don't even know where to begin, I'll just grab the piece and continue to share the thoughts and the points that have been found here in eastern North Carolina, coastal Piedmont area, as many of you know already. But I have a lot of new people come by, new comments, and I want to answer some questions too. Thank you. I try to, of course, comment back. I read everything. I have an appetite to study and to learn, not just about things going on in current events, but about human nature. So comments always help with that. That's a nice point found at Mecca. Great stuff in my serrated bin. I'm crooked here, hang on. All right. Now, as I made mention before, now look at this right here. Something else catches my eye, it always does. In the promotion of self alone, there's always a dead end. Think about that. So what I've decided to do is promote some political interest, I think, source channels that are just profound, that will broaden your understanding of what's going on around you and lead you beyond, which is what really happened in this past electoral cycle, lead you beyond the propaganda and the extortion of the past administration. It'll lead you beyond just thinking that your news should come from the 12 dials on a clock, our so-called elite media. That's a joke. If you look at global media and what people have said, and there's so many great points here that I want to take a look at this box talk. Don't forget, I'm not going to repost it. Go over, check it out. Some of you come by here, Ridge Walker Brian, promote others, pass it on. And then in doing that, you promote life. Even this ancient life here, that's what I'm really doing, is I'm promoting ancient life. Now, with Anessa S., the unique things about the channel that you're going to find with her is that she does collect lots of high-ranking political commentary from Russia, and of course from Putin, and from the people who represent him, and simply puts a straight interpretation on it, which is great. Then you make up your mind whether or not somebody's sincere, whether or not they have a good train of thought in what's going on. They're going to present their view of what's going on. That can include anything from Syria to Israel to what have you, and it's invaluable. Nice point, huh? Found that at Beaver Point. It's a great artifact. So what else did I want to mention now? Anessa asked, that channel has approximately, plus or minus 50,000. Not a whole lot of subscribers for some of the things that people have in YouTube. I put some of my older pieces. Now, I can't prove up here that these are older pieces. Not at all. But they just all have a similar, variated type of material. Look at this piece. Found it 2015 in the top of Stone Hill over near Mecca. It was a unique point altogether, that's for sure. It's pretty much close to a Guilford Yuma. Nice point, right? So, I think what you're going to get out of a lot of the videos, and I really, your life's going to be changed if you check out some of the videos and the comments and the interviews and meetings and read through what's going on. You'll hear a lot of Russian, but you're gonna see very quickly the lie, the pants pull off the lies of the modern media about who Russia is, the big boogeyman. If you want to, just go ahead and research what a scapegoat really is, and you'll see that Unfortunately, this current administration and others, I can't even get the piece I was trying to get at, that's okay, have used modern day Russia as a scapegoat. Uh, and that's poor, that's pitiful. I have a box here of pretty much miscellaneous top quartz that weren't going to go anywhere right away. I mean, look at this piece here alone from the Archaic. Great looking stuff. Archaic has probably provided more than any other site when it comes to pieces that I consider G10. For example, I can just swing right over here and see Guilfords from the Archaic that are just stunning. Or a piece of quartz right here that's from the Archaic. It sounds a lot louder than it is. These don't bang together and they don't get hurt in this collection. It might be type of Rowan from the Archaic. If I can get the view in and the focus. Well, the last light of the day, I wasn't able to get to it because a lot of things, family will jump up and you get interrupted and you can't get a good segment, or you can't be as relaxed as you want to try to make a video. I can't even get this thing in. Let's see if I can get a good focus on it. It's an incredible piece. And what else could I say? You know, most of the people in the United States of America, it's pitiful. They don't even know what real Russian people are like. They don't even know it. They have no clue what a real Russian person is like. And the Russians, as people, have a better idea of what American people are like. Self-absorbed, self-interested. Most people internationally, and this is going to be a real shock for some of you, consider many Americans in the way that we behave and the way we think. And they have a little term for us. I've traveled abroad. I've traveled to Brazil, to Recife. I've traveled down between Colombia and Panama to the jungles, all the way to the indigenous Indian peoples down there. And it might shock you, but most all of them, internationally, consider us to be what they term ugly Americans. Just because of our self-absorption. We don't have a global perspective. We don't care to listen to other people's opinions, the way they see things, and how vital that is nowadays. Disregard, for example, Russians' own defense of themselves. What they say about themselves. They're not some big boogeyman. It's not the Soviet Union anymore. It's so disgraceful. It's so distasteful to listen to the lies of people who have a greater responsibility in the news media. Let's see what else we want to look at. Look at this piece. Nice, huh? This came from Nashville. It's just a great little piece. Beautiful. So if we don't even know what Russian people are like, and we would be put on the spot to be able to tell somebody how do they live, what's going on, are they just in gulags, are they just in prisons? No, they're not. Russia is a nationalist nation, and that's what Putin promotes, nationalism, the same thing we do. We happen to be a constitutional republic, which is a little bit different than they are, but we all want the same things. Love of country and our nation. And so another thing that Nationalist promotes is Russian leadership. And if you're interested in it, what it really is, military, their respect, their sense of honor, and that's one thing I'll probably finish with here at this point. The sense of honor that leaders and politicians have in Russia is like 20, 30 times greater than the sense of honor that our poor, self-absorbed politicians here have. Let's see here. I'm sitting on the floor, sorry. This is a good talk. Box talk. So when it comes to political interest, you're going to see the sense of honor. Look at this. Here's a great marl mount for you. Found at the Archaic as well. Now it's interesting because this box represents, 4 or 5 years of solid collecting at the same time. Probably approximately now up to about 70 sites. Just incredible stuff to be able, and the big stuff's down at the bottom. I haven't even really grabbed it. Large quartz pieces. You can see them from up here. Just good stuff. Whether you're going to grab a marl mountain like this, I'll lose my train of thought, right? But don't forget it and check it out. I'm not going to repost NSS's channel here. I don't know if this focus is working. There we go. I might post a different link that I think is important, and everyone is. I wouldn't suggest it unless I thought it was life-changing. But you can take it for what it is. That didn't come out. That wasn't real focused, but that's all right. Look at this piece. Great stuff. So as we finish here, a couple points from Anessa S work. Number one, the Russian reality today. You're going to get it. It's going to stun you. Now if I drift over here, I go over here, I have a little compartment here that have LaCroix in them. Stunning pieces all around. At the same time, you're gonna get a good taste of what the real Russian people are really about. This is all sugar quartz in this tray right here, which is really resilient stuff. Little favorite down here is a black one. Look at this, what they can do in sugar quartz. Can you see the relief off the base right here where my finger is tapping gently? Unbelievable piece of ancient Indian artifact. What they can do with sugar quartz is amazing. One of my favorite materials. I mean to tell you, right? Amazing. And then the last thing about Anessa S. Of course, this is sugar quartz, and a lot of you have seen this. Unbelievable. You got it. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. I mean, I like this stuff. It's just as much sugar quartz. You can go on and on with just incredible piece after piece after piece after piece. Right? So looking at my time, seems to make enough time right now. Trying to get a good view on all this stuff and checking out my focus at the same time. Trying to try something new. So the last bit would be getting a good, clear, real idea about Russian leadership. Smoky Quartz. So I encourage you to check that link out from the video before this, and then check out the one I'm probably going to do a whole spot on Russia today, which has been terribly lied about. That should give some good indication. When the news media is harping on something and ridiculing something, chances are they're lying about it. Chances are that product is actually something good, such as Trump or such as any of the subjects that he has campaigned on. Great point. Which is a pretty deep truth. Unbelievable point. And that should be just about enough for now. So I really appreciate it. I don't know where's a good perspective to finish this all off. There's just so much good stuff in here. Appreciate you tuning in to Indian Trace. Just a little talk. These are all my small, teeny. There's so many points in here that are smoking awesome. And all I can do is hope that if one or two are changed permanently, the way they think, or the fact that you help and you forward things on and you let other people know what's going on, or you think it's important enough to share it, do it. I don't care about how many subscribers I get. I just care about the network, because that's what has started to cause this revolution. Remember, out there, with great freedom comes great responsibility. Look at that piece. Good stuff. I just encourage people to take that responsibility. Take the step. Do what you can. That's what I'm doing here. That's it. Doing what I can. I'm doing more of it this year because there's a lot of us that are fed up with people who think they can control our lives and make better decisions for our lives than we can ourselves. That's foolishness. But that right there, well, that's a good shot of Indian Trace. Hope you find out there.